Here's a book that's a little older. It was published in 1998, and it's a book about Africa. Africa has come to represent all kinds of things um, for us in the Western world. Um, Most of them not so good, and the visual representation of Africa, I think, still leaves quite a bit to be desired. I think there is an Africa that goes beyond people with hyenas or starvation. Um, so this book, photographs by Robert Lyons, who is a very good friend of mine, shows another Africa, and the title actually is a promise, but I think it fulfills that promise rather well. Robert spent a lot of time in Africa, going to Africa for many years, over the course of many years, and he brought back this huge body of work, and some of the photographs are in this book. Alright, so it starts out in this. Now you might wonder, that's interesting. Where's the title? Well, there's the title. So it starts out with pictures first, and then it gives you the title page. It's a Doubleday Anchor Books book. There is poetry in between many of these images. If you watch this in HD, you can read these poems off your screen. For these photographs, I forgot exactly. I think it's coming later in the book where Robert took these, but they're taken in various African countries. I don't want to name any, lest I have to correct myself in 2 minutes when there's a list. With the inclusion of the poetry, the book almost is a collaboration between the photographer and the poet, who also wrote the essay in the book that we will come to later. I think the book is filled with many rather beautiful images, both in the portraits and in these quietish scenes. A lot of these images are amazingly well seen and photographed. And the size just feels right. This is, again, my hand. so you get an idea of the size of the book. It's not one of those huge books. It's something that you can look through easily, and you can take it in. I love that one. And there's an essay which I think should be read more widely, called Africa's Tarnished Name. Starting out with, "It is a great irony of history and geography that Africa, whose landmass is closer than any other to the mainland of Europe, should come to occupy in European psychological disposition the farthest point of otherness, should indeed become Europe's very antithesis." Talking about Congo, about, you know, Heart of Darkness, all that kind of stuff. Okay, and author is Chinua Achebe. So I thought there was a list where these were taken. Okay, so here is Sudan, 1989 to 90, Khartoum, Bamako, Mali, Kenya. I think this might be, and then here's a real list of all the places, so you can see Senegal, Burkina Faso, Mali, Tanzania, Kenya again, Uganda, Ghana, Mali, Benin. Well, you can read it off your screen if you watch it in HD. So it really is Ethiopia. So it really is a book about a large part of Africa, of that continent. And this is the last image. This is it. I think this book is still available on Amazon. It's probably pretty cheap. I don't know. I think the edition was rather large, so there's lots of copies floating around. I think I have to look this up. But if you're interested in photography done in Africa, this is one of those books that you might want to look into.